Welcome to your top secret forecast. I'm meteorologist Ally Gallo with John Meyer this morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
It's cold.
It's cold.
It's windy. It hasn't really been snowing at all in our backyard so far this morning, but it's been blowing, it's been drifting. So the cold and the wind is the big story.
This though, it's different. And you're going to get into why.
Yes.
So we're going to go through a cold day, but once you see what Ally has to say, you're going to think different about today.
Yes, agreed. And it's funny because, so no matter what time of year it is, I always kind of just know in the back of my head what the average high is, what the average low is. I forgot what the average high is for this time of year just because it hasn't been so cold. Yeah, so I did have to pull this back up, our almanac. So this is where we should be this time of year. 40 is our average high, 23 is our average low. I don't remember that 76 in 2018.
Yeah, how about this? Can you even imagine today it being 76 degrees?
Not at all.
I have trouble even thinking that that's possible ever.
True, yeah.
When we're having weather like this.
So the February tornado, that was in 2017 because that was right after I got here. And it was like in the 70s that day. And then the severe storms came through in the afternoon. And then there was the tornado.
That's right.
You know, in the Scranton area. So that was 2017. But I don't know what the high was that day. But yeah, I don't remember that 76.
But even this seems foreign.
I know.
To see a 40.
It does return. It takes a little bit of time.
We're going to get there.
Yes. Not only will we see the return of those average highs, but the average lows too, because the nights have been pretty brutal too. So we'll have better nights in store for us as well. But this is the last 2 weeks. So we hit 40 on the 13th, Thursday the 14th, and then 13th, excuse me, and then we hit 45 this past Sunday. But if you remember this past Sunday, I mean, it just rained pretty much all day long, off and on, pretty steady and heavy rain.
Sunday we woke up with ice.
Exactly.
It rained all day, and then it got really cold that night.
It started as snow on that Saturday. It changed over to the ice, and then the pretty much all day rain.
And wasn't this a rainy day too? I seem to remember.
I don't remember that day, the day before Valentine's Day. I can't remember.
All I know is that it certainly didn't feel warm.
Because look at, before it and look at after it. It's
Yeah.
been 20s pretty much every other day the past couple of weeks. So we did hit 20 for a high yesterday afternoon. That wind picked back up yesterday afternoon. It was certainly a factor throughout the day. Fell down into the teens overnight last night, which is where we've been starting out this morning. So it is a cold start this morning. It is brisk out there. Again, that blowing and drifting snow, teens and 20s this morning. Central Pennsylvania, closer to 30 for a high, but most of us are going to be staying in the mid-20s for highs today. So that's our forecast, 25. Clouds with some breaks of sun. I think the better chance to see those breaks of sun will be as the day goes on. More so overnight tonight, those clouds break up. But some peaks of sun, a northwest wind could usher in some flurries, some flakes. We've been seeing that already from time to time this morning. But again, even if it's not snowing, you could be dealing with that blowing and drifting snow. The snow from yesterday was only about an inch, but it was slick. It's that dry, fluffy snow. It's so cold that it is slick, it is slippery. So there could be some residual delays. But really what's in the forecast for today is nothing more than just some flakes and some of that blowing and drifting. So this is where winds are for today, 15, 20 miles an hour for sustained wind speeds. You can see still that northwest flow. Peak wind gusts today, I think, will be in eastern Pennsylvania, highest elevations up to maybe even over 40 miles an hour for the next few hours. Tonight, after sunset especially, overnight, we see those winds diminish. This is where we are tomorrow, a bit of a shift, but also coming down significantly. So that wind's not a factor. We'll have more sun, less wind, and temperatures. I mean, we're still talking below average tomorrow, but 10 degrees warmer tomorrow than today is going to be a huge difference. So,
and really the cold has been mixed with this wind for the past 2 months.
Yes.
And that's what's made it so rough.
Yeah, it's like painful to walk out the door. So yeah, not only will we notice changes with the wind tomorrow, with the temperatures as well, and it is going to be quiet all weekend too. It gets better each day, warmer each day. Yay, Bonnie's zooming in on that. So that is Tuesday. That is looking to be the warmest day of the week. That is our next chance for rain too. But I mean, it's kind of a joke now. We're talking rain. No ice, no mix, no snow.
Sleet? No,
just some
rain.
Yeah, by Tuesday afternoon, that's what's
actually possible.
Yeah. So again, it takes a little bit of time, but we do eventually get there. So 20s today, 30s tomorrow, Sunday. A perfect February day. 40 hot for highs, 20s for lows. It'll be cloudy on Sunday, but I mean, that's right where we should be.
That's just normal.
That's just normal. And then from there, it gets above average. So mid 40s by Monday. Again, our next chance for rain is Tuesday. But even beyond that, it stays in the 40s.
Okay.
So we haven't been talking 5 days in a row of 40 or above since, so we looked it up, December 28th to January 1st. It was 5 days of 40s, 50s, and then we even hit 60 at one point in that stretch. But so it's been
2
since
months.
the end of December that we had just 5 days of 40 and above.
And you think that was after Christmas? That seems so long ago.
I know. I don't remember that. I don't remember it hitting 60 between Christmas and New Year's.
No, all we remember is cold.
Yes, for the past since the year started, I guess, really.
Pretty
so
much.
January 1st, it was in the 40s, and it really hasn't been there since then. But this is satellite and radar this morning. So we're seeing that northwest flow and just that flurry activity, some light snow shower activity. So central Pennsylvania, we've been seeing that from time to time so far this morning. So some flakes flying in parts of Clinton County and to the south and west of that.
We did have a crash on 80 right around in here.
Yeah.
And you could see the snow-covered roads. So it's because it's so cold, probably it's enough for that to stick.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not necessarily anything accumulating, but it's falling and it's sticking. And then, of course, the blowing and drifting too. So we've seen, it hasn't really snowed at all so far this morning in our backyard, but we've definitely been seeing the blowing and drifting, and off the roof especially.
You were on at one point and like a whole clump just blew down in front of you.
Do you know the blue awning that's back there? It was a big gust of wind and it blew off that blue awning. So it was only.
It looked like you were going to get hit by it. I know you weren't even close to it.
Yeah, but I mean, it like there was only, we had got less than an inch yesterday, but it was that blue awning was covered and that came off in that gust of wind. So we're definitely seeing that this morning and throughout the day today. Some flakes possible, but those clouds I think eventually start to break up. More so overnight tonight. Tomorrow again, more sun, less wind. 30s tomorrow. Clouds do move back in tomorrow. It stays dry all day long. It stays dry all weekend long. So quiet throughout the weekend. Cloudy on Sunday, cloudy on Monday too. And then our next chance for rain. But look at that future radar.
Just green.
Green. Just rain.
Wow.
So again, Tuesday looks to be the warmest day of the next several. Warmest spots pushing 50. 48 is our high, but I think warmest spots could potentially hit 50. Still a few days out from that, but that's, again, the warmest day. Also, our next chance for some rain. Even beyond that, though, staying in the 40s, staying relatively quiet. So nothing major.
And think of how nice it's going to be to get rid of some of that ice.
Yes.
I've been in some parking lots this week that are like gravel parking lots and just a sheet of ice.
My to the rescue this week was up in Susquehanna County in the Montrose area. And I featured a puppy. Watch him tonight, Klondike, 16 to the rescue, Newswatch 16 at 5. He loves being outside, he loves to play, but they were like, we can't bring you out there. It's just all ice. And, you know, I've got the camera and everything like that. So we played inside.
Our kids have liked that our backyard is like a skating rink. I'm ready to get rid of it.
Yeah, definitely. So this is not a bad Sunday.
Wow, yeah.
25 today, 12 tonight. So it is cold tonight. One more cold night. Cold start tomorrow morning, but more sun, getting better tomorrow. 40 on Sunday, 45 on Monday, 48 on Tuesday, and staying in the 40s.
Even lows above freezing?
Yeah, those lows are much more manageable.
Imagine that.
Too. I know. I'm excited for some of these mornings in the backyard where it's just going to feel just comfortable.
I know.
30s, manageable, comfortable.
We deserve this.
We do deserve
Finally
it.
a break.
Yes. Have a great day. Have a great weekend.